Hey, I'm Scott, and I'm an American in Bangkok, and today I got a letter. This one comes from a guy who is an Australian, and he says, I'm living in Australia and travel to Bangkok probably once a year. Have thought many times about moving there for exactly the same reasons you don't want to go back to America. Australia is bad. That's a bit of a stretch, but feminists are out of control. That's probably not. And I know what you mean about government interference. We call it a nanny state. Yeah, I don't like the whole 1984 feeling. Uh, uh, that's I'm glad I don't have to deal with that. Although you're always dealing with it in one way or another, to some extent. The feminists have got their claws into just about everything, and they don't miss any opportunity to harass, bully, and intimidate men. They've got power by the truckloads, and every chance they get, they use it to hurt boys and men for no other reason than they can. Well, that does suck. And fortunately, on my visits to the United States, I have had absolutely no problems with this. But then I'm not getting involved in the workplace. I'm not dealing with a large number of people and having to talk to them about it. And quite frankly, I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks because I got my own opinions. And if you don't like the way that things are, then, vote on it. Put some kind of law into effect if you can. And what I would say is that yeah, feminism has gone way too far. It's got to the point, and I just saw a thing the other day on Joe Rogan where he was talking about how French women are like poo-pooing about how bad American women, at least some American women, have gotten about dealing with men. A guy goes, "Oh, wow, that dress looks really good on you." "Oh my God, you sexually harassed me." And it's like, what the fuck do you want men to become? Eunuchs? I mean, do you want some guy just to go, I don't see her, I don't want her, I don't have any sexual feelings, I'm not attracted to her, she's not beautiful, I feel nothing. No, men are men. We're animals. Listen, if you're a young guy, not even young, if you're an older guy and you're around some hot-looking chick who smells good and she speaks nicely and she's polite and she's sweet and, she's in the vicinity close enough to where she's maybe rubbing up against you or she's giving you a little view or something, most guys are going to be like, damn, and some guys are going to pop a woody. What are you going to do? You're going to say, oh, well, we're going to have to go in and chop it off because nowadays we can't have these things. Would you do that to, would you do that to a lion? No. I mean, so I don't get it. I don't like this kind of stuff. But then again, I don't have to worry about that here, and I really don't have to worry about all that much because I'm married, and I just don't give a fuck enough to be sticking my nose into it. I've said before, I can't say I dislike the MGTOW movement because I don't dislike it. I don't like the fact you got to join a group to kind of be like, well, I'm going to be a man and go my own way. To me, you shouldn't have to join a group. I guess that's how bad it is. And, going 30 years back, 35 years back when I was younger, I didn't have to deal with all this bullshit. I mean, I remember distinctly in one place in particular, a girl, I used to go into the copy room all the time, and I used to tell her, oh, wow, you look nice today. And then one day she came in, and she was wearing a tight dress, and she had some rather voluptuous, she had a voluptuous figure, she had some nice-sized breasts, she had a killer ass, and I said, damn, you look awesome today, or whatever, you're looking good. And, we just flirted a little bit, and then eventually we ended up, getting together. But she would have never thought about, like turning me in because it was basically done respectfully and innocently because she kind of was asking for it. Like, listen, a chick wears a top and her tits are hanging out. Don't expect a guy not to look. That's as simple as that. Guys are going to look. And if you got a what they call them things, the G-string. You know, you got some dental floss up your crack, and you're barely covering up your vagina. I mean, you know, what do you expect from men? You expect them just to turn it off? It doesn't work that way, you know. So anyway, it's disgusting. It's simple as that. It's disgusting, really, because boys especially are treated like garbage. There is massive empathy. There is a massive empathy gap for men. Bangkok is looking good. Well, you know, you better get to it sooner than later, because there will come a time when everything will catch up. It always works that way. Maybe Bangkok's about 30 years behind. Another 30 years, you never know. The women are they're going to be like, hey, you can't look at me. You can't do this. You can't do that. They may do the same things that are happening in the United States. I don't know. It depends on, will it cross over the culture? I don't know. That's all I got. Until next time, I'm Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok.